Yo, what is up, everybody? How in the heck are you guys doing? I appreciate you guys being here today. Thank you very much for tuning in and checking out this video. I made this because I believe that the health armor debate that's going on right now is really, really irritating. People are, at least to me personally, people are saying that health armor is useless, and if you just run out in the middle of, hard or challenging content, no matter how much armor you have, you're gonna die. Yeah, you will. Like that's just the way the game works, right? But guess what? If you do that with an all DPS build, you're gonna die too. So the flip side of that is that if you stay back in cover and you have a lot of health and armor and you have perks that work for you, you're not going to die very often. Whereas I can sit in cover in a glass cannon build and still get annihilated if I miss my shots, right? So the build that I want to give you guys today or show you today is really it's a forgiving build. It's fun to play. It's got insane amounts of survivability, and it has helped me solo everything in the game so far at challenging or tier 3 and tier 4 control points. um Health and armor alone is absolutely useless, right? If you get out in the open or if you can't do enough damage to kill the mobs before they overtake you, yeah, you're gonna die. DPS is useless if you get flanked, outgunned by enemy combinations, right? You know how sometimes they spawn really weird numbers and everything. Yeah, so both of them alone don't work. This build brings them both together in a really, really amazing way. um so like I also believe that like the DPS only builds are like DPS is king or DPS is the best, the offense is the best defense. I believe that's bad advice for the majority of players of this game. I think most players are going to be in that average spectrum of player, right? They're not going to be the super badass, landing 90% headshots, blah blah blah, they never miss. Nor are they going to be absolute trash cans, right? They're going to be somewhere in the middle. And a build like this, I think, is far more forgiving and has an easier entry usage level than something like one of like the high DPS builds or even the awesome vampire build that Woods put together. So this build is all about stacking armor and health to be able to absorb damage or take damage, but then also using that armor for a flat out insane DPS buff, all while killing enemies while you're safely in cover, auto healing damage as you take it, and then that allows you to save your skills for either offensive abilities like the flame turret or the hive or something like that, or for those oh shit moments where you do actually get kind of drilled and you run out of some health. Flat out, this is honestly, it's the best solo build that I've found for allowing me to tackle hard and challenging mode content on my own. Right, I primarily play solo. I am on console, yeah, I prefer to play alone, and this really helps me do that. But you know what? Guess what? You're still gonna die. No build is perfect. There is no god like tier. I'm never going like god mode, I guess, right? Like you're never going to find a build in any game where you just can't die, other than the Division 1 at some point, depending on what. But that's for another day. However, I do believe that this build is gonna keep you alive longer, and die less often than a glass cannon build will. Especially if you're on console like me and you don't have those super crispy mouse and keyboard controls, right? So all in all, in short, perk synergy matters more than numbers. Numbers still matter, but the right combination of perks is the key to flat out almost god tier survivability. So what I've got, the weapons don't matter. You can use this with any specialization. You can use it with any weapons. There is one weapon perk that's important to get the full capability of this build unlocked. We'll go over that in a minute. I use a G36. It's the best gun I've found so far. It's got Ranger optimized and I think stop, drop, and roll. Just because grenades kill me a lot. Which is why, actually, I use the pieces I did. Overall, the 2-3 piece bonuses, 1 piece bonus, whatever, kind of don't matter, right? You can build this however you want. It's the perks on the armor that's really important. The most important thing, though, is to make this build work, you have to have 5 or less firearms, which is a little red crosshair buddy, and you have to have 7 or more health armored little blue shield buddies, right? So that is the most important thing. You need that in order to make sure that some of these perks can activate and work with each other. So what perks are we talking about on the knee pads? We've got Patience, which after being in cover for 3 seconds, armor repairs about 5% every single second, which is really, really fantastic. I've got 159,000 armor, so just by me ducking into cover for 3 seconds, Patience alone heals me for almost 8,000 health. Then on top of that, there's a backpack talent called Safeguard, which killing a target grants. Did I say backpack target? Anyway, backpack talent perk. Killing a target grants 150% bonus to repairing and healing effects for 20 seconds. Now, that then boosts my healing minimum while I'm in cover to 11,900 ish, almost 12,000 points of armor per second, right? That's pretty damn nice. As a quick note though, today is April, what is it? April 3rd. As of Friday, April 5th, when World Tier 5 goes live, this perk is being changed. They're giving it an internal cooldown so that it cannot be up 100%. So this build may change slightly in 2 days. Hit me up in the comments if it's after that point and you've noticed a big difference, or hit me up on Twitch, link down below, and we can talk about it on Friday. I'll be streaming, so I'll definitely be trying this out. And we'll just have to see if it's still super valuable and needed for this build, right? Now, what you can do is with those two, you can combo it with the Survivalist Seeker, the Healing Seeker, for complete hands-off healing while you reload, while you do other stuff, whatever. You can also use Chem Launcher because both of those talents will work synergistically with any healing ability, right? The drone, the Chem Launcher, the Seeker, whatever you want to do. Now, the gun perk I was talking about earlier, I have seen on SMGs and I've also seen it on shotguns. I've not seen it on rifles or on assault rifles. Let me know if it is on those because I'm keeping my eye out for it. But anyway, it is called Preservation, and killing an enemy repairs 5% of armor over 3 seconds, which means that when stacked with Safeguard and Patience, I end up getting almost 15,000 points of armor healed per second while I'm in cover. As long as I get that initial kill with this gun, it's insane. My problem is SMGs, I'm not very good with them. So there's that. You know, this build allows you to make mistakes. You can still recover. If you get flanked, you can get out and just run, get back in cover, boom, drop a heal, or something like that really fast. Your armor will come back ridiculously quickly and allow you to re-engage. Yeah, if you want to add a little bit more healing to it, you can add the glove perk clutch. And what this does is every time you get a crit, you repair 15% health or 2% armor. So, or I'm sorry, and repair 2% armor. So for me, with, you know, almost 160,000 ish armor, you know, that's it's just over 3,000 points of armor healed per second. So that on top of the other thing, if you use an SMG, it can really add up over time. Now going this route as opposed to like a straight DPS, man, dude, we got the big storm coming in. You are sacrificing some damage for survivability, right? It's a balance, right? But this trade-off is a larger margin of error as far as talent, as far as skill in game, and just as far as it's way more forgiving than a straight-up glass cannon build. I can't say it enough, man. This balance is so much better than just stacking all red stats and going to town. However, you can, there's a chest piece perk called Unstoppable Force that you can then add this to get a ton of that DPS back. For my build, the way it is right now, I get about 32% bonus damage once I get a kill. Right, I get a kill, it triggers Unstoppable Force for a short period of time, little icon comes up, boom, I get myself 32% bonus damage overall. So it's really, really amazing. But, you know, all in all, now that we've gone over the build, like, look, man, no armor, you know, armor and health is not everything. It absolutely isn't. DPS is not everything. Just like all things in life, There's a middle ground, and those things have to work together, and that's what gives you really, really, really amazing builds. And that's why I really like this game. There's a depth in the build creation and tweaking and everything else, as long as you look for it, and it really gives you a lot of control over how you play it. You know, you can use one build in 3 different ways. You know, you can use the tweak different things here and there for more survivability if you need it, or for more offensive capabilities if you need it. I really can't wait for World Tier 5 to launch so that I can really, really, really start min-maxing. But in saying that, what's your favorite build that you've played so far? Have you tried this one? Let me know what your experiences with it are. And let me know, you know, if you've gone Glass Cannon and this, what you think of the differences between them. Let me know if you're on console or on PC, and you can leave all those comments down below. Or if you prefer a back and forth conversation, as I do, you can find me on Twitch. I stream there 4 to 6 nights a week. It's twitch.tv/IamJanko. Link again is in the description down below. So thank you guys very much for being here. We're almost to 100 subscribers, man. That's pretty crazy. So thank you guys very, very much for that. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't hit subscribe button yet, please do. That way you can get notified anytime I do put out a video, and there is going to be more YouTube content coming. From both my channel on Twitch here and The Division Debrief, which you can also find in a playlist if you enjoy The Division and talking about The Division. Myself and another streamer put on a community-focused interactive talk show every week about The Division called The Division Debrief. That's also on Twitch, twitch.tv/The Division Debrief. So thank you guys very much for being here. And if you did like this, and if you do play this build, please do me a favor, share this video so that, you know, we can get the word out. The balance and synergy is better than these polarizing DPS, no health and armor, no DPS. Like, come on, man, there's a middle ground, and I think we can all find it. So that's going to do it for this part of it. There is going to be some gameplay of challenging mode, Jefferson Plaza. For you to check out after this so that you can see the build in action. Now, quick note, I recorded this gameplay yesterday before I got these gloves and this chest piece, so I don't even have the build maximized in that gameplay, and I think in saying that, you guys might be surprised by what you can do with this build. It's absolutely insane. So thank you guys very much for watching. I love you guys. You guys rock. I will see you next time. Until I do, please keep on living the dream.
else and get away. As the True Sons were, the Black Tusk are smarter and more ambitious. Your action